OmniGen2 seems quite promising. I covered the first version of this OmniGen model some 7 months ago, as you can see on the channel, and even at that time this model was quite impressive. So I'm quite excited to cover this new version of OmniGen, which is OmniGen2, in this video. We are going to install it locally and we will see how exactly this works. OmniGen2, like its predecessor, is a versatile open source generative model designed to provide a unified solution for diverse generation tasks, including text to image, image editing, and in context generation. Unlike its predecessor, OmniGen2 features two distinct decoding pathways for text and image modalities, utilizing unshared parameters and a decoupled image tokenizer. This really intuitive and innovative design enables OmniGen2 to build upon existing multimodal understanding models without the need to readapt V or variational autoencoder inputs. So it preserves the original text generation capabilities. If you look at the architecture on your screen, it uses separate transformer architectures for autoregressive and diffusion tasks. Two distinct image encoders are used. Vision transformer encodes images for input into the text transformer, while variational autoencoder encodes images for the diffusion transformer. This design choice preserves the inherent multimodal understanding capabilities of the MLLM by avoiding the influence of V encodings while also reducing redundant image representations. As a result, OmniGen2 maintains the simplicity and strong text generation capabilities of the original MLLM while achieving competitive performance across multiple tasks and benchmarks, including text to image and image editing. So I hope that now you know more about this model than before. Now let's get it installed. I'm going to use my Ubuntu system. I have one GPU card, NVIDIA RTX A6000 with 48 GB of VRAM, and I'm starting by creating a virtual environment with Conda. If you're also looking to rent a GPU on very cheap prices, you can find the link to the website of Mast Compute in video's description with a discount coupon code of 50% for range of GPU. So please do check them out. Let's go back to our terminal and our virtual environment is almost done. Now let's git clone the repo of OmniGen2, and from the root of the repo, let's install all the prerequisites. Let me run this pip install. This is going to take a few minutes. While that happens, let me also introduce you to the sponsors of the video, who are Camel AI. Camel is an open source community focused on building multi-agent infrastructures for finding the scaling laws with applications in data generation, task automation, and world simulation. And everything is installed as per requirements, and then all you need to do is to launch this demo from the root of the repo by running this app.py file. And the first time when you run this, it installs and downloads this model. So let's wait for it to get downloaded. And the model is downloaded and running on our local host at port 7860. Let's access it in the browser. There you go. So OmniGen2 is running here. Now let's try to play around with it. So first up, I'm just going to maybe use one of the examples which they have shared. Let's do this. Add a fisherman hat. So this is first image, and then it is already working. So all we are saying in a prompt to add a fisherman hat to women's head. It is working at the moment. Let's also check the VRAM consumption as it generates it. So it is consuming over 18 gig of VRAM, which is not bad at all. I think they have also optimized some memory footprint when it comes to GPU. Let's wait for it. I think it will be very interesting to see how long does it take. and it is still running, and you can see that it takes just under 2 minutes or so in order to do that with 50 steps, and should be done. There you go. So we have now hat on top of her head, which is not bad at all. I don't see it malformed in any way. It is pretty slightly worn from the back, but I think that doesn't really impact anything. Pretty good. And rest of it remains the same, especially you see this red flower is still there. So image editing seems quite good. Let's do some text to image generation. Maybe we'll say a snow maiden with pale translucent skin, frosty white lashes, and a soft expression of longing. I'll just keep everything as is. Let's generate the image. And you can also do the negative prompt, the things which you don't want in the image. Then you can set some of the hyperparameters like prompt adherence, height and width of the image, the scheduler, and seed and other stuff. But I think I would suggest just keep these things to the default as much as possible. Let's wait for it. It is almost there. And look at this image. It is actually quite beautiful. I mean, look at the whole face and the white hair and the whole frosty icy look. This is really, really good stuff. Maybe a good candidate for my YouTube thumbnail. I'll just save it. There you go. Maybe it gives us, it does more justice here. Pretty cool, don't you think? Okay, that is, so image generation is good, image editing is quite good. So OmniGen2 actually is quite impressive, no doubt about that. Okay, now let me do some images from my own local system. Okay, so in the next one, I have given it this image of myself and I'm asking it to lower his hand. Let's see if it is able to lower my hand or not. And it has lowered my hand here. You can see, I mean, it has followed the prompt. There is some, I mean, change in the image, but all in all, I think it has done what I asked it to do. Okay, so in the next one, I'm asking it to replace the man in first image with the man in second image. Now, all of these images, like the first one here, are AI generated. Okay, let's wait for it to finish. And no, so it was unable to do so. As you can see that it has replaced the man in the first image, but with someone else, and even the lady has been replaced with someone else. So I think I would call this one a fail. Let's try another one. Again, these are AI generated images. So you see that I am now asking it to replace the woman in first image with the woman in second image. Let's see. And there you go. Even this one has failed. You know, even you can see that the face is also changed. So I don't think so this feature of this model works. Anyway, let's try out few others. Okay, let's try out three images. So there is a bird, there is a cat, and then there is a table. And I'm saying the cat is sitting on the table, the bird is perching on the edge of the table. So let's see if it is able to combine all three and give us according to our text prompt. And there you go. You see the bird is not perched, the cat is perched at the edge of the table. And I think that it just uh, swapped the cat with the bird, but other than that it has combined these images, which is not bad at all. It is still an improvement, but you see that the chair is gone because there is a chair here, and these are the legs of the chairs, which are not really that visible. But anyway, not bad, but I think of course lot of room for improvement there. And finally, let's draw a Ghibli image to see how it goes. It is okay, not really, I would say, a world class one, and especially when the fish is flying, which is really, really strange. So maybe I will just remove this Studio Ghibli here and then run it again. Let's see how it goes. It's still not good, so maybe I will simply run this prompt, which is the same thing but with a lot of details. Let's generate it. I can also play with this scheduler and maybe these image guidance, but especially with these schedulers, currently it is using Euler, and then I think I'll just go with Euler because DPM solver is not that good. But anyway, look at this. What do you think? Yeah, it's not good at all. So the first one was good, but I think it is just struggling with this bit of a complex one. Anyway, let's do one final one and then we will call it a day. So instead of a human figure, I am asking it that sun rises slightly, the dew on the rose petals in the garden is clear, a crystal ladybug is crawling to the dew, the background is the early morning garden macro lens. Let's see if it is able to do that. Yes, it is, and this one is a real beauty. Yep, this one is really, really good. No doubt about that. Beautiful. Beautiful image indeed. Well done. Okay, so let me know mixed results, but I think for image generation, we can really say it has improved a lot. Image editing in some cases is good, but when it is multiple images and merging, it still needs a lot of room for improvement. But that's it. Let me know what do you think. Please like the video and share it. And if you haven't already, please subscribe as it helps. Thank you for watching.